Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing Inquisitor Martyr. It is the new Warhammer 40k game from the studio Neocore Games. It is an action RPG game based on you playing as an Inquisitor. The developers have kindly given me a press kit and it's filled with a lot of information, so I'm hoping I can pass that information over to you chaps and hopefully get you interested in the game, or just basically give you more information actually about the game. So let's jump right in and let's start discussing it. Okay, before we jump into the juicy bits, one of the main things to actually come out of the game is the trailer that's going to be playing in the background of this. I'll just put it on repeat. I'll change it when I want to show you other content and stuff like that. But this is one of the main things to come out. It actually shows some new units, some new bosses, some actually new mission maps and stuff like that. So if you want to go and check that out and have all the sound and listen to its glorious purging, go to the description and there's a link to the video in there. So go ahead and watch that and go and enjoy it. It's glorious. Now, one of the big things to come out with all this information is that they've actually shown off a new Inquisitor. Now, this new Inquisitor, with the information they give us, is a new female Inquisitor who, based on their information, used to be an assassin before joining the Inquisition. Now, as you can see, this Inquisitor has a very DPS kind of play style. It looks like it's very, up close and personal with the mobs you're attacking. You can see when she jumps up and does like a combo kill on this big Nurgle monster over here. Compared to the other Inquisitor we saw, where he was using the cover, shooting them from range and then going in and finishing them off when they were low on health, this character looks like it can basically go into the battle and put out a large amount of DPS actually onto the targets which you're playing against, which means that each Inquisitor is going to have its own kind of play style. So if you like taking cover and shooting them from range and then finish them off, if you like just storming into a room and just absolutely smashing everything in sight, I'm sure this game's got to appeal to each kind of play style that's actually out there. So that's really something I'm looking forward to, is trying out all these different Inquisitor classes, and let's see what they have to offer. One of the things that surprised me the most about this game is that it will actually have a huge star map. Now, when I first saw this game, I actually just thought it was going to be a single player game, and then you go on, you play a couple of missions. It randomly, okay, you do this mission, then it goes on to that mission, and you do that mission, etc., etc. But it's not. This game actually has its own. Now, this star map is supposed to be very big. It's supposed to give us endless hours of playing and stuff like that. But for me, it's actually the lore about the actual system we're playing in. Sorry, the sector we're playing in where it gets me interested. Now, the sector itself is called the Caligari sector, and it's a special region. It's still part of the Imperium of Man, but this is where it gets very interesting for me. It states here that it is a secluded and vast section of space encompassing hundreds of star systems, countless planets which have all been cut off from the rest of the galaxy for a very long time. Now, that gets me very excited, because you normally have all these games where the Inquisition or whoever the government, the governors get involved and have all their policies and politics in play, whereas this region of space has been cut off from the Imperium, so it hasn't really had that interference. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they've basically survived and gone on with without the Imperium's involvement, and basically what has come in, and is there going to be chaos influence there now since the Imperium's not going there? So it's going to be so interesting to see what crops up during the story, since the Imperium are basically getting back into the fold. So I'm very, very excited for that. So the open world game mode is called the Inquisitorial campaign. So what will happen? You'll have your star map, and it will gradually open up the star map to the whole sector to create a persistent world with the ongoing storyline you're actually in. So you as an Inquisitor, you'll have your own ship. You're free to wander the Caligari sector. You can access various missions, but this is where it gets very exciting. Now, the devs said they want us, the players, to have countless hours playing this game. They don't want us to get bored. So to achieve this, they've made each mission a randomly generated action RPG map. So every mission you play is going to be different from the last. So, for example, if I'm playing against Chaos on this map, and then I go against the same Chaos guys on another map, it's going to be different. The bosses are going to be different. They're going to be in different placements and stuff like that, which is fantastic, because from from what I've found out playing games recently is that I played for a couple of hours and I basically know the map, I basically know the layout, I know where the bosses are, I know how to work around them bosses in them certain places. Whereas this now is that everything's got to be different. So when you jump in, everything's got to be constantly a surprise. So it's got to be like an almost a new kind of game every time you jump on to play the game, which is something to really look forward to. And when you actually finish these missions, you get like information for the missions. So just think of the actual all the missions together like a giant puzzle, and each bit of the mission is a bit of that puzzle. And when you put them all together, you know you're slowly uncovering what's going on in the Caligari sector, and you know what's at play and what forces are there and what they're all up to and stuff like that. So it's very very exciting, and it's going to be really fun to see what's actually going on in the sector, because I'm a huge lore guy. So for me, the story seems fantastic. I've only saw a little bit of the story, but it seems really really fun. Now, in addition to the actual single player story we now have what's been confirmed is a co-op campaign. Well, sorry, not a co-op campaign. You and three of your friends can jump in and play the game together. I don't know if it's going to work where you can jump in each other's like single player campaigns and stuff like that and help each other out. I have no idea how it's going to work. We still need a bit more information on that. But I'm so happy that this game will actually have a co-op kind of game mode where you and three of your friends can jump in and purge together. I'm hoping that it has different orders of the Inquisitors, like the Ordo Hereticus, Ordo Xenos, and stuff like that. You know, it'd be really fun to be able to play as different inquisitorial factions, and have a bit of banter, and I'm the best and all that kind of stuff. I'm so excited just reading this information, because for me and the people I play with, this is what we've been talking about for so long, to have one of these kind of games, and to finally see something like this coming out. It's so fun, and it's so exciting to finally get. So I'm really looking forward to get some more information on actually the co-op stuff and seeing how all that will work out. So big props to the devs on that. I'm really looking forward towards that. And along with the actual co-op stuff and the single player campaign, it doesn't stop there. They're introducing something called an Inquisitorial Fortress. Now, the Inquisitorial campaign gives you the opportunity to build your own Inquisitorial Fortress. This is going to be basically your safe haven where you can improve and customize. It will also serve as a way to introduce an indirect PvP mode where you won't fight other people who own the game, but you're able to raid their fortress and probably do damage and maybe get some nice dakka and some nice loot and stuff and some stuff like that, which is it's so fun. Having these kind of game modes. It reminds me of sort of like a Clash of Clans. I think the vibe I'm getting for it, where you can raid each other for resources and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something to really look forward to as well. There's not a lot of information out on it yet. There's it's just some basic information, but the devs are basically saying is that this is going to be actually in the game as well. So again, there's so much in this game which I didn't expect when it first got announced, and it's like I said, it's actually blowing me away with every sentence I read. So I'm really looking forward to see how the Inquisitorial Fortress works out and plays out when you're actually doing the indirect PvP with people. So, actually, as an action RPG, these guys made the Van Helsing series. So, if you've not played the Van Helsing series, I would suggest go and pick that up and give it a go, because it's probably going to be similar in some ways to how this game is going to work out. So, you are going to have like a leveling up system. You're going to have loot systems. It's going to be one of them kind of games where you'll probably come across relics and stuff like that to improve your character, certain weapons and certain guns and stuff like that. So yeah, all in all, this game is looking fantastic. I'm so looking forward to getting my hands on it and playing it. I think it's going to be one of the big surprises when it actually comes out. And when will it come out? The information I have, it says Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr will release in 2017, first on PC, then on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, chaps. So it will be coming out on consoles for the people who play games on consoles. Well, that's it for me. The video's finished. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you got some new information from the game. Please share it with your friends if this is their kind of game, and they'd probably get a kick from it. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and have a nice night, chaps. Thank you very much. Bye bye.